Right now, I am standing in between two cones that are 50 meters apart, and I'm 30 kilometers into a marathon, and I'm only allowed to run in between those two cones on that 50-meter stretch, and I'm suffering.
Imagine working on a submarine in the British Navy, and then imagine being about 250 meters beneath the surface of the sea. And then imagine, if you can, finding a 50-meter stretch of submarine to run a marathon on. Because my friend did it, and that's what's inspired this ridiculousness.
And it's 5 AM right now, so I better get started. I don't even know what to expect.
So Graham, this is an unreal story, but you ran a marathon on a submarine, right?
I did, Ben, you're absolutely correct. And when I was finished running my marathon, I did another 7 miles on top of that. No, it was more than 7 miles, another 10 miles on top of that, actually. That was an ultra, it was 36.
All right, wait, what? Okay, so how much did you run on the submarine? 6
hours, 10-minute miles, 36 miles. The marathon was like the kind of cute warm-up. Technically an ultra marathon, but I mean, I don't want marathon runners to think I'm one of them. What I did is I ran, I think it was about 50 metres, maybe a wee bit shorter, and I just did 50-metre grid sprints up and down a missile compartment on a submarine under the water at sea for 6 hours. But I know in hindsight it probably is a wee bit excessive.
I am literally only 2 kilometers in, and I'm already knowing I'm going to be in a battle for it later, because every kilometer feels like 10 when you're doing just 50-meter just reps. And yeah, it's going to get hotter, it's going to get harder. Oh, damn you, Graham.
In my mind, I'm trying to imagine it, right? I'm trying to imagine what it looked like while you were doing it.
Something's split into 3 bits. You've got like the forward is like navigation and like executive command. The after bit is like propulsion and engines and reactors and stuff. And the middle bit is like the doomsday destroy the world section with all the Trident missiles in it, 4 levels of big Trident missiles.
And how big, how high is the compartment you're running in? Like, is it like a high roofed thing, or is it quite low?
Oh, if you jumped up to header a football, you'd smash your skull. You can run all the way down, but you need to get to the end to turn. So you've got like gas generators, but it's also like because it's a lower compartment as well. You've got loads of holes in the deck where like you could get in the side of the missiles, because people need to get in there to do stuff. You know what I mean?
I sit 10k, 55:42. Yeah, I don't really know what to say at this point, because I'm going to be in for a fight, I think. Let's just put it that way.
What was the turn when you got to the end? Was it like a dead turn, or could you run round something?
I'm just trying to dead turn. A proper grid sprint turn.
I want to make sure that I do the same thing as you.
Okay, I'm switching to the headband. We bought this the other day for another video, but I figure in for a penny. I think you're supposed to get them wet. I don't know how wet. Okay, I'm at 12k. Nearly a third of the way in. That's what I've got to tell myself. Here we go.
It's hit 14 kilometers in 1:18, so that's kind of a 54 marathon or something like that. I have no doubt I'm going to tail off, but going in for the next gel now after an hour and 20. So however I can break it down, I'm breaking it down now. I'm at 17 kilometers. When I got to 16, I was like, just a park run in my head. So that's where I'm at. But it feels, I mean, it does feel all right. I'm not in any pain right now. I think that'll come later.
Because I'm just wondering, like, when I do the dead turns, when I'm just running back and forth, am I going to get any particular pains that my body's not used to?
The bit you're maybe going to struggle with is the turns and your Achilles. That's the bit you're going to have to be really careful of. And I was kind of conscious of that getting into it, so I would be very deliberate. At one end I would turn on my right foot, on the other end I would turn on my left foot.
So halfway in 1:56, I think. So yeah, should be probably going to be about 4 hours, maybe a little bit more for the total, because I would assume I'm going to slow down. Got a nice little rhythm at the moment, but that's not going to last. Got to keep the gel strategy up, going with Immortan now. So I'm mixing the gels up. See that over there? That is the sun about to come up over the clouds, which will mean one thing. It will go from about 30 degrees and about, I don't know, high humidity anyway. It'll go from that to probably immediately 34, 35. It'll start being really disgusting really quickly. And I'm only 23 kilometers in, so yeah, I've got a good hour and 45 left. So there's no way around this. I'm gonna boil.
I think the context is quite interesting to me. Whereas, like, see, for you having never been on a submarine before, like, the idea of running for 6 hours on a submarine seems like a bit wacky. But because I've been on submarines for, like, since I was like 17, 18 years of age, like, when I did it, now looking back at it retrospectively, like, it doesn't seem strange at all. It just seems like, that's just something you would do. You just need to make do. However, like, then if you think of the context of what you're going to do, and like 30 degrees, God knows what humidity, and how many bugs are going to be just trying to rip the skin from your body continuously, that's a wee bit wacky to me.
We're basically on sun countdown now. Can you see that? That's probably 5 minutes. 5 minutes until someone turns the oven on. And I'm at 27 kilometers about, so I'm going to have 15k in the filth. Well, I've got lucky and then unlucky straight away. Luck's run out on the sun. It is now out. It's now cooking me. But Polly and Coco just turned up to offer a little bit of support. So there's Coco. Thanks for supporting. Selfie. Okay, she's taking selfies. But it's nice when friends turn up. Gives you a little boost. So I've just hit 30k, literally just now in 2:44. I'm at 30k, which is my marathon PB. Gives you a indication of the speed at which I'm doing this.
Like, what would the GPS watch do? How would that?
It would probably get me like a wee room in a cot in Guantanamo Bay or something.
100%, yeah. You've given away all the secrets.
Yeah. It would get me in an awful lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Get in there. Look at that. This big boy cloud is doing me massive favours. It has just shielded me from the sun. Temperature has dropped right back down, and I'm at 33.5 kilometres, just over 3 hours, 3:02. So feeling hopeful that at least I'll get a few more kilometres in the not so much of an oven. Hi Coco.
Apart from that, it's just a wee journey in between your ears to see, you know what I mean? It's just a wee rabbit hole to see where you go in your brain. The physical side of it, you'll be okay. Yeah. It's just the mental side of it. The physical side of it's not huge. Although it probably was at the time, because like I didn't, my body wasn't conditioned to ultras the way it is now. But yeah, I don't remember it being particularly painful.
About 37k just under. So a park run to go. Won't lie. sneaking suspicion that in my next nightmare, I'm going to be attacked by 2 cones that are 50 meters apart. And they look suspiciously like that. 39.4, so less than 3k to go. The hips are hurting, but the legs have held up actually surprisingly well given the turning. I didn't know how that was going to go, but yeah, they feel all right, just the hips really. But yeah, 2.5k to go. Take you with me for the last 1400 meters. My thinking right now is, I honestly don't know what's worse. Standing in like an oven or running next to some of the world's most deadly nuclear weapons deep under the sea and for further... Oh, no, okay, I already know the answer to this. Graham did say he wanted me to suffer. So suffering I am, in my own little way. This must be about 34, 35 degrees now. That. Luckily, I'm at basically 41, so I have 1,200 meters left.
Okay, Graham, wish me luck and thank you for the inspiration.
Good luck, Ben. I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Right, this is it. When I get to here, I just got to turn one time, go back there, and I've finished. Okay. Come on, 100 meters and I've done it. Suffered. But it's like type 2 suffering. You kind of weirdly love it. See that cone? See you in my nightmares. Here we go.
This is it.
Done.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm not going to stop the watch yet in case Strava does me. The Strava tax. Just going to walk a couple of steps. I'm not worried about time, so okay, that should do, right?
Well done.
42.22. Will Strava allow that? Do you think?
Go, take a few more.
It's so ridiculous that I'm doing this. Okay, I'm stopping it now.
You did it.
My heart is beating like in my head and there, and
How are your feet?
feet are all right, genuinely. Just the hips, and now my heart is like boom, boom, boom. Like, look at that. That is ridiculous heat now.
Done. Same time next week?
Yeah, probably not going to do that again in the near future, but if you do want to see the time that I ran a 100 kilometre race in 4 kilometre loops, then watch here and subscribe to share the love.